Hello, today we are going to discuss how to talk to your family and friends about your hEDS diagnosis. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Laura and I make educational videos about hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, as well as lifestyle videos about living your best life whilst dealing with a chronic illness. If that sounds interesting to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. Now back to today's topic. How do you talk to your family and friends about your hEDS diagnosis? Who do you tell, who do you not tell, and how much information about your condition do you disclose? The answer to these questions really depends on your relationships with your family and friends, as well as your personal situation. For me personally, when I was first diagnosed, I told my husband, my immediate family members, so my parents and my siblings, my close friends, and my immediate coworkers. As for extended family, acquaintances, and other coworkers, I will only really mention my diagnosis if the subject comes up naturally in conversation, and will only continue to talk about it if they seem genuinely interested. So who should you tell, and how should you bring it up? First, you should definitely tell your significant other. If you're already married, your spouse should already know because they were probably right there with you for your diagnostic journey. If you're dating or looking to date, your diagnosis is something that you should disclose because if your relationship continues, your diagnosis will also affect their future, and they have a right to know and decide if they want that future for themselves. Disclosing early on in a relationship is also beneficial for you because it will be a chance to feel out if they're truly willing to be with you in sickness and in health, and weed out those people who may have some unsavory opinions about chronic illnesses. Because hEDS is a genetic disorder, you should really consider disclosing your diagnosis to your immediate family members, even if you're not on good terms. If you're close to your family, I would recommend sitting them down and showing them my short 6-minute video, What is hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome? And then afterwards, explaining how hEDS affects you personally. Ask if they have any questions, as well as give them some guidance and advice on how to get diagnosed themselves if they think that it's a possibility that they also have hEDS. If you're not on good terms, however, you could simply send them a text or an email that says something like, I've just been diagnosed with hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. It's a rare genetic connective tissue disorder. I'm letting you know because it's genetic. Here's some information about it, and include maybe a link to my video or a link to the Ehlers-Danlos Society's website. And they can then decide if they're interested in learning more about the condition or not. For very close friends, I would take the same approach as close immediate family members. Sit them down and show them an educational video and answer their questions. For casual friends, acquaintances, and coworkers, it's really a personal decision if you want them to know about your condition or not. If you do, you could bring up the subject and gauge whether or not to continue the conversation by how they react. Do they seem genuinely interested and concerned about your health, or do they appear uncomfortable by the disclosure or even disbelieving about your condition? For coworkers and bosses specifically, I wouldn't recommend disclosing if your work situation isn't great, since it's common, even though illegal in most cases, for people to get let go after disclosing a health condition such as a chronic illness or pregnancy if the employer thinks that the condition could potentially affect the employee's dependability or productivity. For all other people, if the topic comes up and you feel comfortable sharing, you could simply say something like, I have a rare genetic connective tissue disorder and it affects my body in many different ways. If they seem receptive and interested, you could further explain and educate. If not, just change the subject. If someone you really don't want to know about your condition asks about it, simply say, I'm not comfortable discussing something so personal with you. If they press the issue, you could say, I've already explained I'm not comfortable discussing something so personal. Please respect that boundary. And if they keep pressing, I would just walk away. So to sum it up, you should definitely tell your significant other, your immediate family, and your close friends. You can choose whether or not to tell everyone else in your life and how much to disclose based on your personal situation and preferences. Sharing a quick video is the easiest way to educate people about your condition, and setting a clear boundary is the easiest way to shut down unwanted questions. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, please give that like button some love. If you'd like to see more videos like this, such as can you have more than one type of EDS and why I started a YouTube channel, please click on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so that you know when a new video is released. Thanks for watching and see you next time.